Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Dungeon of the Endless. So as you have probably surmised at this point, we're taking the organic pod out today, and I gotta say, I'm nervous. I think this is going to be really hard. Let's get started and we'll talk about how I think this is going to affect our playstyle. Number one, I think the fact that we can't unpower rooms once they're powered is going to have a huge effect. We're going to have to be really careful. This is very creepy looking. So hey, we got Hikensha. And also, Chef Nanor. Youngest prodigy from a proud family of galactically famous chefs, Nanor ended up disgraced when he unwittingly purchased black Andromedan truffles that turned out to be pellets of Velen rabbit dung. Fighting to rebuild his reputation, he is a ruthless and uncompromising opponent who can turn anyone and anything into lunch meat. Okay, so he's got an attack power buff for everyone in the room. Dust loot probability from monsters up, I get. Yeah, that's good, I suppose. So, there's a couple of things that we have to figure out. Obviously, we're powering this room. We need to figure out exactly how much damage is done to modules each turn. So I'm going to go ahead and build a food module here. We may not actually get much payout from this thing. We also have to recontextualize, given that modules will be damaged every time we open a door, and that we are not allowed to repair anything. We have to recontextualize the value of the various resources. In particular, I think science is in a really weird spot because if we can't keep our modules alive for very long, then it becomes much less valuable to research advanced modules. Obviously, science still has value for resetting our cooldowns. Let's see, so are we both sword heroes? We are. Okay, well, it's way more DPS on you, so you get it. Alright, already powered. Oh, that's actually very small. That's a very small amount of damage that took. Okay, never mind. I was thinking that we might not be able to maintain major modules for more than like a few rooms, but actually, major modules built at the beginning of a floor will still give us like a lot of payout. Okay, that's not nearly as bad as I was afraid it might be. So is the research crystal gonna take damage every time we open a door too, or... Let's keep an eye on this. We've opened 2 doors. We can get, assuming that there's no randomness to the amount of damage it takes per door opening, we can get an idea of how long things will last. So, like, it looks to me like it's maybe 10% down now, so maybe modules last like 20 rooms. I mean, major modules. Who knows about turrets and stuff. So actually, it's probably still going to be super worth it to build industry modules early in the floor. Oh, it's gonna be so nice to get auto heals again. That's lovely. I'm digging this this effect that's applying around the powered rooms. As we power them, the tendrils reach out and envelop the room. That's really cool. Alright, so we need to do 2 more doors. Yeah, if I had realized that these were gonna last so long, I definitely would have built industry first. I thought this was gonna be much worse than it has turned out to be. Okay, so now we have a little bit of a decision to make. Do I want to power this room if it doesn't have a module slot in it? I think I kind of want to explore the other way, so we'll just block the spawns here. Okay, no major module slot in either direction. Well, that sucks. Boy, there's really no way to know, huh? Yeah, these things degrade really slowly. Okay, this isn't going to be quite as different as I thought it was going to be. So these monsters have 0 defense when they're in powered rooms, but they do move faster in general. They move faster in all rooms, not just powered rooms. I guess, actually, with Hikensha's DPS being so much higher, she should probably be the explorer. So you can go stand over here. She doesn't really get a lot of damage from leveling up. But unfortunately for the chef, neither does he. Okay, so it's going to be harder to keep weapon hallways, you know, full of weapons, towered up hallways. for long periods of time, but it actually looks like this is not going to have that much of an effect on our resource generation. I thought the game was going to play out way more differently than it turns out it is going to. In a way that is way more different from the base version of the game, is what I was trying to express there. We need one more door. I'm going to open this one, since I can still fall back and block spawns here. Guess we'll light that room up. Okay. I guess we want to fight in powered rooms, because the monsters only have debuff defense in powered rooms. We can burn through these first few levels on everybody really quickly. Oh, that's right, you get operate. Not terribly useful here, actually. I think it is probably worthwhile to build another module. I think we'll get enough value out of it to justify the industry cost. And given that the major modules stick around for such an extremely long amount of time, it becomes way more feasible, or way more reasonable for us to do researches to get upgraded resource modules and stuff. And the resource crystal is taking damage. So things are different, but they're not that different. Alright, attack power up, just kill everything. Oh! Something totally got through and I somehow didn't notice. It's like, why aren't we healing? Okay. Well, we can't unpower rooms. So somebody's gonna have to stand in the elevator. I assume that Hikensha is the faster one? Yeah. Alright, you get to stand in the elevator. Hikensha gets to run this. So this is a situation we're gonna have to be careful of. It's not that big of a deal here on this floor where the things are relatively small and straightforward. But if I play the way I'm used to playing, there are definitely going to be larger floors later on where we're going to end up with like 5 or 6 unlit rooms on the way to the elevator, and that's super dangerous. I don't think we're going to have to spend anything on healing here. I think we'll be okay. The crystal is some kind of living, like almost Metroid-looking little thing. Yeah, weird. Hey, I have a question. If the idea here is that our escape pod fired out of the prison ship after it got shot down, why was there some kind of giant electric squid monster on that prison ship? How did this whole situation come to be, I ask you? Okay, handy. We should probably stop leveling Hikensha up. Okay, so we can actually totally afford to build resource generators the way we usually do. In fact, it's going to have a very small overall effect. Damage coming out at this rate. Like, we didn't get anywhere close to losing any of our modules on the previous floor. That said, major modules probably have a lot more health than minors do, so we might have to watch out for that. If we do put down minor modules, it's possible that they will not last very long at all. Alright, well, we do want every room adjacent to the elevator to be powered. And I guess with things being the way they are, we can just explore this way. You can actually stick behind and operate a little bit. And given that I sort of neglected the power or industry buildup on the last floor, given that I had made some assumptions about the pod that were not totally borne out, we should probably go ahead and do a couple of industry modules here at the beginning. So yeah, this is going to play out pretty much like any other pod for a little while at least. Do I want to power this room? Yeah, alright, this is already getting kind of weird. In terms of module building, it's going to play out like the other pods. In terms of power distribution, we're seeing the effects immediately. Do I actually want to power that room? I think the answer is no. We're just going to have way more spawns if I'm not careful. Alright, well, we can probably handle one room of spawns on this side while I try to make some decisions here. Okay. Well, that's a fair amount of dust. We should probably light one of these, but it's just, you know, it's going to be a total guess as to which one is going to serve us the best. Definitely get some food going. I don't know. Which way do I feel like the elevator might be? This is a run where it would be really, really helpful for us to get another person quickly. All right, let's light this way. My gamble is the elevator will be over here. So we don't want to go that way first, but that is the direction we want to power, and we can use the power, obviously, to buy us some time. The emergency generator is going to be a little bit less useful here than it is in a lot of other runs. I guess if it stays up for long enough for us to find the exit, it's not really that bad of a thing to have. But Neurostun is probably going to be really valuable, especially if monsters are faster on this with this pod. That means the Neurostun module will reduce their speed by more. So it's actually even slightly better than normal. Okay, never mind. I totally found the elevator. Well, so do we need to run power to the elevator room? Here's a question. We probably need to run power at least this far. Because even if we find another hero on this floor, it's still going to be station a person here while we do the crystal run. So yeah, we definitely need to power that at least. And I have just enough industry to build another thing. Probably should. But honestly, I'm thinking about it being another industry module. We do need food, though. Well, we need both. So since I put this down, we've opened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 doors. It looks like, honestly, it looks like maybe they have enough health to withstand 20 openings. And higher level ones might have more health. I'm not actually sure whether or not that is the case. Alright, we got some incoming. Should probably level you up a little bit. I'm not going to take us down to 2 food. That seems unwise. Yeah, let's go ahead and give you this armor. Well, we are definitely going to find out how quickly miner modules decay, because we're going to need some, it looks like. And they did, in fact, just totally kill my industry module. That's extremely annoying. What an incredibly annoying thing for them to do. So if we're going to put up another module here, then we have to actually station Kensha here. For now, I'm going to put down a prisoner prod, and we're going to observe the rate of decay on this thing. See if it is at all feasible for us to keep miner modules up. Alright. Already powered. And yeah, it looks like they really don't take very much damage at all. On floors where we're facing the crystal enemies, like the big crystal head enemies that actually damage all your modules, this is going to be much more of a problem. Let's fight in here where the prod is. But you're just getting torn apart by these monsters. What is going on over here? I maybe didn't need that last heal. It was kind of pushing it, though. do I think we have enough time left to benefit from building another major module? Obviously, I moved to Kenshaw because I thought at the beginning of this that I was going to build one. It would have to be 12 doors. There are not 12 doors left. No way. So, really, Kenshaw should be moved back to here. We can afford to put up a couple of prods. And then we'll just continue onward. And at some point, we're going to have to bail out of here. I was really hoping to meet another hero, but things are going to be tough. So offensive modules are going to, in general, be more powerful. Okay, Lady Jalari, that, in fact, will do. So, how do I want to do this? I guess we can have Jalari stand back here, which means I could power this room. But we don't really need to, in terms of the elevator escape. So I'm wondering if it's better for me to save the dust for lighting behind us as we continue to move forward. I think it probably is. Okay, no spawns. Cool. Oh, also, I totally have dehydrated water, which I should equip on somebody. A little bit of max HP and a reduction in heal cost, which is fine. It does seem like we're going to have to heal occasionally, I suppose. Yeah, we'll have U-block here. We'll power this room. There's so many really nice little visual touches in this game. I don't really talk about them very much because I'm very like mechanics focused. I'm trying to talk about what is actually happening in the game, but I do want to draw some attention to some things. Hold on, we'll see if we have some examples after we kill this wave off. So sometimes there's actual light sourcing that goes on, and it looks to me like here. Let me run you two up here. Yeah, you can actually see there's like shadows get cast. I guess the characters must actually be 3D objects in a 3D world, and they're just flat and they appear 2D to us because that's the way I imagine that light sourcing works. That's a really cool thing to do that probably does not even get noticed by most people. So we don't really need tear gas. The reason I like tear gas in general is because of the defense division, but in any room that we can put tear gas down, there is power, necessarily, right? So we should probably aggressively pursue resource generator upgrades the way we normally do. Honestly, I'm like a little bit disappointed. I thought this was going to be a little weirder than it has turned out to be. I probably want to start leveling people up. I know Jalari ends up being a pretty great fighter. Oh, okay. Chef gets extenders naturally. Well, that makes that dehydrated water a lot less necessary to keep around. You two need to fall back at least this far. Oh no! Didn't realize we were also going to get spawns. That really sucks, actually. Yeah, this is bad. Okay, I think you're mostly going to be okay. We're worried about this. We're almost out of enemies over here. Yeah, okay, I think we're done healing. Yeah, this is already getting difficult enough that it's maybe worthwhile for us to leave. Who's the fastest on the team now? 34 versus 32. Okay, so Jalari is our crystal runner. I'm debating putting these two down here and having Jalari hit a couple of doors and then running out. Feels pretty bad to have to do that already. It's been a rough run. So yeah, we're not even particularly close to running out the health on the first module that we built. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I'm just thinking there's no way I accomplish too many more door openings without spending a huge amount of food. Go open this door. Alright. Get out of there. Oh, you're just a little bit slower than I would like. Well, these modules will help a little bit. Oh, this room is so big. Okay. Hikensha made a pretty good distraction there. So this is, yeah, this is going to be hard. It's not going to be quite as hard or weird as I thought it was going to be, but it's going to be hard. Hopefully we can meet a fourth member of the team soon, and it can be somebody who has some good combat support abilities, and also, hopefully I will not hit the microphone again. That would be cool, right, everybody? Okay, we definitely don't need to build industry first. And we have enough science that we could go ahead and build a... Or we go ahead and research a resource generator upgrade if we found a research crystal. So I think for right now, I'm more concerned about food than anything else. Obviously, our heroes are going to be tremendously important. Yeah, we still have plenty of industry with which to build industry generators. Alright, let's explore this way. As we often do. Let's follow off of our good defense hero. Where do we want to spend our food? So Larry gets to be a pretty good fighter. I guess if you're standing back, we should probably move the rapier over. I do kind of want to see what his other skill is. We'll have 20 food after we open the door. That's maybe cutting it a little close. I maybe should have waited on that level up. Oh wow, 10 dust and the room is powered. That's awesome. One more food replicator? Yeah, you know what? Yeah. The earlier we can get these hero levels, the more valuable they will be. Increased defense and increased hero health pool means fewer heals, which means less wasted food, which means more food that we can plow back into hero leveling. So the more heals we have to spend early on, basically, the more we're damaging our food economy. And given that there's only one door out of here, I'm wondering if it's a good idea to move Hikensha up. I guess not right now, it's probably not necessary, but once we start getting into positions where we have unpowered rooms, it may be important. Oh, never mind, I guess we're done with this direction. Ooh, big upgrade. Okay, we're definitely taking this. So that being the case, let's move Hikensha to this side. I feel pretty good about that distribution of power in most situations. I'm thinking, oh yeah, now we don't have to worry about spawns over here. But now I'm thinking, man, we're not going to have enough dust to run power to the elevator if I keep doing stuff like this. So we may have to, it may have to be the case that sometimes we let stuff spawn in a dead end. And we'll just have to figure out defenses. But I probably do want to power this, right? Like... Alright, let's fall back and start our research. I'm pretty sure that we want to build an industry generator now. And let's upgrade those industry generators. That's a good strong early double research find. So, is it a good idea? Yeah, I guess I want to build another generator immediately. So yeah, we do power the room. And then, do we run Hikensha over to here while we explore the branches off of this? Just to avoid something coming into this room and easily destroying the generator. Because we have seen that sort of thing happen. Yeah, let's do that. Damage over time to all the monsters on the floor, and also dust loot probability up for all the monsters on the floor. Wow, that's a really good skill. A very special recipe with very unpleasant effects. Yeah, that's a fair description. Alright, what have you? You are a food guy. Well, we should definitely at least buy a rapier, right? We should try to make sure everybody has a weapon. Weapons can be very difficult to find at times. We don't want to sell this in case the fourth character we find is a machine gun character. And all that other stuff is obviously a little overpriced. Okay, well that's our elevator. So we could just run power up to here and not have to worry about it anymore. Kind of think I want to do that. That may make it harder for us to push through, I guess, in other places. My thinking is just that if we have to make a move of more than like 2 doors out of this room and we don't have any dust to follow us up with, it's going to start getting harder and harder to keep the monsters from getting through the bottleneck as we spawn more and more of them. I don't know. I don't know what's right to do. We're gonna feel it out a little bit. Okay, food upgrades would be handy. We don't have a major module slot to build in here. Would I build a major module if I had a slot available at this point? Basically, should I demolish this? Or should I demolish this and build a module here? Looking at 45. It's a pretty high cost. Yeah, let's go for it. I think there's enough time left for it to be worth it. I don't want it to be an industry module. I think we want to start building up some science again. And again, willing to take a less than 1-to-1 trade on the resource conversion here. Alright, so remember, 0 defense, so once those guys are in powered rooms, they're going to be unusually easy to destroy. However, it is also the case that any punches they deal to the major module are unfixable, so that is a real problem. Okay, well, it looks like there really is a very large amount of floor left. We probably just want to light this. Okay, a tutu. That will actually be really handy. Do we want used chitin on this guy? Because he's going to have to run back to lit rooms a lot. We actually probably want to put the used chitin on Hikensha. Speed penalty doesn't matter at all, because she's going to almost always just be standing in a room somewhere. Alright, so we're going to want to probably put up some towers. Well, you really can tear through enemies quickly when they have no defenses, though. So honestly, I kind of think that prisoner prod upgrades are maybe going to be pretty good here, because we're not going to want to spend huge amounts of industry on our defenses, given the ease with which they could be destroyed by by monsters who are hostile to defenses. So it may be the case that prisoner prod upgrades are really good. We're not going to get over there in time to prevent spawns. I don't know what I'm doing. That doesn't seem necessary at all. Okay, another machine gun. Well, that does mean that we can sell one of these. So there's no way we need them both. So 10 attack power, minus 0.1 cooldown, or sorry, 18. Or 20 attack power, minus 0.2 cooldown. Alright, well that seems pretty straightforward. The Fuzzy is just better. Do we want to buy 20 defense? Probably, right? Like, that's actually quite a good piece of armor. I think we probably want to keep the speed boost on you, so yeah, let's put forth a fair amount of dust. Get that done. And then we should also probably level you up a little bit. Alright, big speed boost, also big defense boost. I gotta remember that even when we don't need a speed boost, the fact that that gives so much defense probably makes it worthwhile. I guess I should... Prisoner prods are cheap enough that I probably should just put them up everywhere. Alright, get back over here. So again, this is the first module we built, right? It's one of these two. You can see. Not even close to being destroyed through the natural damage yet. Okay, and I believe, yeah, the last thing here is right there, and it will not spawn enemies when we hit it, so let's start this research, and then crack that. This was a pretty successful floor. Oh, you know what, we should have somebody... Yeah, Hikensha can stand here. Just block spawns in that room for just a couple of moments here at the beginning. Alright, that'll do. Gonna take a little bit of damage from these guys, but also, actually... Never mind. They're not even gonna make it past the modules. Alright, we got a little bit lucky there. So there's like... Finding the elevator early has way more value now than it once did. Than it does with a lot of the other pods. Because it allows us to exercise a lot more control over that pathway, right? If we don't find the elevator till very late in the floor, we're going to be making a lot of speculative decisions with our dust, or we're going to be holding our dust for a very long time out of fear of making those decisions, which definitely sounds like me. Given the situation here, I think we could probably go food replicator first. Now, you know what, let's put down an industry thing for Hikensha to run first, actually. We'll probably put down an extra thing or two over the floor this way. Okay, this sucks. So, attack power halved for all of our heroes. Don't care much for that. Cool, another Stela. No natural food generation. This is bad. Oh, that's another thing, actually. I wasn't really thinking about that, but... Yeah, we only get that free food from rooms that are actually lit. So if we're holding dust to avoid making decisions, because we don't have good information, we're actually getting less food per door open. Do we want to bring this guy on board? He is pretty great. Yeah, he's a good fighter. I was just thinking that it would be cool to maybe pick up a second operator, but he'll do. Well, I'm going to put up a... So I'm going to put up a second one of these. That's a place where I probably would normally have built a food generator, but since we're not getting any food generation... Okay, that thing's going to go away pretty soon, so I'm going to go ahead and put down a replicator. And we picked up another sword, right as we picked up another guy who likes to have a sword. Alright, well, aside from the really bad Stelas, this floor is going pretty well. Huh. I think we don't have any interest in picking this guy up. I believe that is the case. Let's see, we could definitely put down a couple more resource generators. I don't know if it's a good idea to build another one after this, but I feel pretty comfortable with those ones. Oh, one of these should have been science. I was thinking too hard about whether it was worth it to kick somebody to recruit the heavy. And as good as I think he is, I also think this guy's great. But I do think the heavy's better. His damage output's really good. He has an always-on passive slow. Although, actually, given that we're probably going to have slightly less control in the later floors, maybe it's a good idea to have the extra source of area effect damage. Once the floors are actually large enough that modules are just going to die, yeah, it probably is a good idea to have this guy for kneecapping. So we can sell this thing then. How long are we on this other Stela? 2 doors? Alright. Early elevator, okay. How do I want to run this? We have people who could just stand over here. I'm debating whether it's worth it to run power out to these rooms, or if I'd rather have the power for what's behind these doors. And I think that's the case. I think I would rather power the rooms on either side of this room to make it a little easier and safer to run the crystal. So we'll just block spawns with these guys for now. Okay, we will run power to here. Drop one more module. And then we should probably stop. Right, the next one is the next one's 50 cost. Do I think we have enough doors left to get value out of a 50 cost greater module? Probably not, right? Fall back. I'm just going to go ahead and put down prods in this room. AoE damage skills are very, very good. I think I'm making the right decision here. I think I want to power this. Do I want to power this? Monsters coming up through here are just going to get completely mauled by Hikensha and the turrets. But also monsters coming through here are going to be really close to the crystal. And if I power it, then I can just build another module in there. Yeah, alright, let's do it. Build another module in there after the next door opening. So now the path from the old elevator to the new elevator is very secure. Oh my, that's a large room. So what do we want to do here? Emergency generator is looking pretty reasonable. Kip cannons are also always good. But I guess let's get this out of the way. It's a very valuable module. We are in position and ready for the grab and run on that crystal if we have to be. I guess this room really does need to have turrets in it. And probably a neurostun module. Okay. Nothing's getting through. Oh, there's another turret slot there. And then... yeah, probably a good idea to put up a science generator. Alright, so now we're generating science at a rate where we can maybe use this crystal a couple of times before we leave the floor. You guys need to get back over here. Giving orders to the wrong people. Our team is pretty fast. That probably has some value. I don't know exactly what it is, how valuable it is, to be clearer. But I'm sure it has some value. Really, it's usually only the case that you need one person to be fast. Alright, so I definitely want to power this room. Oh, can I get to him? Burn everything, burn everything. I didn't quite get him. Boy, that killed those floating crystal guys, like, instantly. What a good skill. Yeah, that's really great. This room is so big, we can keep monsters in here forever. Oh, I should actually spend some of our food. Oh, I told Kensha to get over here. That's the wrong person. Kensha, go back. I guess you can. You're already disengaged from the module, so I guess get back over here. I get the stupid fingers. It's a very serious ailment. Sometimes my fingers, they're just too stupid. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm going to lean into prisoner prod upgrades here. Want defenses that are cheap and easy to rebuild. Oh, hey, remember that thing I said about actually spending my food? So I'm going to restore and pop this in an attempt to get this thing down. We'd use the extra dust. And then also we want to do some leveling. We know that you get some pretty awesome skills eventually. I'm just going to put a bunch of levels into him. Alright. Next one. I probably overcommitted there on food. That was a mistake. No, stop fighting other stuff. Focus on him. Okay, we got it. I think we got it. Did I get it? I wasn't paying close enough attention to know whether or not I got it, apparently. Okay, that's pretty good. We can power this up. We've actually done very, very well on dust here. And it's nice to not have any of the enemies who want to actually stop and fight your modules. I guess I didn't really need to pull these guys over. In fact, just go back to what you were doing. This is probably the final door, or very close to the final door. Yeah, and I think I actually made reasonable decisions here regarding the length of the floor and how long to keep building majors. And once again, like really, really not pushing the limits of the endurance of the major modules. These things have a lot of health. Ah, he's not attacking the right enemy. We did not get a wave spawn notification yet. There it is. And hit your speed boost. And I guess we're done opening doors, so Kensha can get over here as well. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty easy escape. As long as we don't run into a lot of those big crystal head enemies, I think things are going to continue to be fairly easy. Wait, there's probably should be you running the crystal. Okay, now you go. Yeah, this number of prisoner pods is actually sufficient to burn an awful lot of enemies. Doing quite well on levels, pretty well on equipment. Honestly, this is going super well so far. Did I put it on the wrong difficulty? Is there a way to check? I don't know if there's a way to check. I think it's on the right one. It's just, it seems to be going so well. Maybe I'm just playing better than I usually do. It's not generally the first assumption that I want to make, but who knows? Maybe that's actually what's happening. Think we could afford to go industry. We're not desperate for food or anything. Oh, hey, that is a weapon of a class that we need, actually. Wow, that's a pretty significant attack power boost. For a great quality item, that's a lot. Alright, yeah, as long as we're starting floors under about 100 industry, it's probably reasonable to go a couple of industry modules at the beginning. Obviously, there's a limit to how much industry we can really make use of, and we do not want to see situations like we were seeing last game, where I'm coming out of the floor with 400 industry. Because that is an improper fuel-to-air mixture. That's a lot of stuff being wasted. Alright, I think we can follow the standard plan and push past our operator. Put up another food replicator. And I think we're going to leave you on the industry one for now. Actually, I guess Troya is the one who should be coming forward with Nemor. In fact, he's probably doing more damage, right? Yeah, a little bit. That being the case, we should take off the kitchen gloves, give them to him, and he should be the one pushing doors. Let's have you be the rear guard here. And I think I'm not going to commit the dust that we have until I have some more information. It may not be worth it to run dust all the way out in this direction. Yeah, like I don't think that's necessarily a good idea. I guess if I run the dust out here, we can continue to guarantee no spawns while we explore around a little bit. We're not going to gain a major module slot. Yeah, alright, let's do it. Oh, Rosetta. Rosetta's a very good party member. Man, should we fire somebody for Rosetta? I have to say that that Lady Jolari is not, in my opinion, like is not a super great person on this team. We kind of already have our upfront fighter. I guess Chef Nanor's kind of a support guy, and Rosetta's also kind of a support guy, but Rosetta's really good. Kenshaw's also kind of a just straight up fighter. It's a fighter that's going to be anchored to modules, but do we need 3 people who really can't do anything other than hit stuff hard? I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss you. Alright, turns out we are in fact hiring. Also, this skill's really good. Okay, unfortunately we picked up another sword hero there, which does suck. Well, hopefully we will find another sword soon. Do I want to build a module in this room? Probably. Yeah, we definitely need to get more modules up. Probably another food replicator. We don't really need science right at this moment. I think we're okay on industry. And then I'm just going to build a bunch of fighting modules in here, because I think we're going to get spawns no matter how we do this. I think I'm going to pull the chef over to here. Yeah, so we can block a lot of rooms, but we're going to get some spawns. Put some towers up at the bottleneck. Okay, that's the elevator. That's good news. I guess maybe that's not right. Maybe I want to block this spawn. The reason I'm thinking that is just, you know, if we have Silix or something in the spawn pool, I don't want them to run in here and smash the crystal immediately. So then everything's going to be coming from this way, so we could you'd put up a couple more modules in that room, although... Yeah, alright. What I was about to say is, although not very many, and it's going to be a pretty weak room no matter how we go about it. But I guess that'll have to do. Alright, and then this is going to be just kind of potentially dangerous as we continue to explore around the elevator. Okay, Mizi's great if you're looking for another fighter. Definitely not on our list here. Alright, with the combination of 2 area effect damage skills, I think we should be able to take out like large groups of monsters when we start getting those big pile-ups on the later floors very, very easily. Which is good, because I think those are probably some of the most dangerous situations. Oh, don't just stand there and fight, man. Okay, how do we want to play this? We can just build towers here. I could block both of these spawns. Let stuff gather up in the bottleneck here. I do like blocking the elevator, though. Alright, how about this? We'll fill this with prisoner prods. We'll station one of our people over here. The chef, I guess. Rosetta goes here. And then we explore this way. So if we get spawns here, the chef can take them back to this thing, or I don't know, she might distract them enough to have them stand and fight her. Even if that happens, we might still just fall back and let her sink or swim on her own a little bit. Should I have built a major module here? And more importantly, should I still build a major module here? We probably have more industry than we need for going down to the next floor already. So yeah, that maybe should have been a science thing, but we haven't found a research crystal yet, and I would like to maximize my my rate of hero level ups if possible. Also, just in case things do get a little out of hand, may as well put these up because they're nice and cheap. Okay, that's handy. So I'm going to light the room Mizi is in and move you to this side. It's like there's actually a lot of enemies who are low already. This should be very powerful. Yeah, wow. Okay. That was pretty good. It seems like all of the monsters on this in the pool right now are ignoring everything and just heading for the crystal until they see a hero. Yeah, okay, I'll take a nice big neuro stun upgrade. We're getting pretty lucky with the straight to level 3 upgrades. Oh, I should have done either the top or the bottom door here. So I think I'm going to light the elevator. And we're going to have Rosetta block this space from now on. Man, that's a lot of enemies. We have really good area damage. We're gonna have to make sure we level up Rosetta. Rosetta gets pretty powerful with a couple of level ups, so I don't feel too bad about this. All right, so that'll limit the number of spawns we have over here. If we can get a little bit more power, we can finish off one of these and have, like, we could power this and have, what's-his-face, come over here and help. Sure would be nice if we had a little bit of help. Oops, that's the wrong hero. We have two doors left on this. Is there anything cool that could be researched here? Yeah, alright, I'll take a food upgrade. Alright, I probably want to light this then. And as it seems that the monsters are completely ignoring things that aren't heroes, let's just fall back to this room. Let the stuff in this room pick at them for a while. Alright, Rosetta needs to fall back to here at least. You know what? I'm just gonna turn on cooking with gas. Yeah, it gets us through those enemies very quickly. Oh right, the ones that explode. I should prevent that from happening if possible. It's remarkable how many enemies we get out of those. That was a single room worth of spawns. It's crazy. I think it's a really long cooldown. Alright, so I'm going to run you out of here and then back in so that we can get the monsters to retarget on the chef. Like, he's going to be fine over here. We're fine over here. Okay, everything's cool. So interestingly, the exploders chose not to try to explode in this room this time. I have no idea how they pick their targeting. Alright, I think we do want to go ahead and... this was wasted. I didn't need to build these, it turns out. We do want to go ahead and do that so that we can really minimize spawns on both sides. We have a ton of doors left. Is there an unoccupied major slot somewhere? There is. Would it be worth still building something? We probably only have, I'm guessing, probably not more than 5 doors. So probably not then. Alright, nothing super compelling, but I guess... yeah, smoking guns might turn out to be useful. So yeah, it looks like we can keep stuff. We can keep miner modules running for a long time. This modifier isn't really that much worth worrying about. Unless you have a floor where you are getting module damage from the monsters. So we got those dust squid guys again. Unfortunately, I really just don't think it's feasible for us to run in there and grab him. Kill stuff quickly. I'm gonna keep I'm gonna pause a lot, just try to make sure that nobody dies. Come on, guys, do damage more quickly. Hate having to waste food like this. Alright, I think we can pull Rosetta. Never mind. Not necessary. Problem is solved. So yeah, like I said, I really don't think there's much left. Let's hope that these are the last two doors, because things are starting to get a little harsh. Well, they are not. We probably want to wait until everything actually spawns, and then we hit cooking with gas. Alright, looks like no waves on that side, so we can run Rosetta straight over here. And cooking with gas. And we could run for this thing, but we're not going to make it in time. Alright, lots of good damage there. That stuff blowing up immediately as it enters the room, which means that Rosetta, or that Tower of Babel was probably not necessary. Yeah, we're going to have to leave the floor, like, really soon. If these two aren't the last two doors, we may not finish this floor. Things are getting a little hairy. Okay, that is another light. Let's go ahead and turn on this one. Have Rosetta run down here, hopefully before... Okay. Got there in time to block. Alright, well, we have a lot of damage output over here. It looks like we might get out of... Okay, yeah, we did get out of this without having to spend anything on healing. Always nice when it happens. There's a pretty good chance this is the last door. We definitely don't have enough science to start any researches. Man, I'm very hopeful. Okay. That being the case, I don't think we're sticking around. Let's have you two commit to the elevator. You grab the crystal, and let's get the heck out of here. Wanted Rosetta to wait just a moment. Yeah, they're pretty fast. I don't think I'm going to have to heal them, though. I think we made it through that pretty well. And hey, that was 5 floors. We just kind of tore through that. You know, I think I'm starting to get used to making the decisions, right? It's not that I've never played the game before, but I arguably was never good at it before. I'm okay at it now, and with experience making the same decisions over and over again at the same level, you do get a little bit faster. That is going to have to be it for us for today, though. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you are as intrigued by the possibilities of this run as I am. And also, I hope that it's not going to get too incredibly hard as we get up to these larger floors where we're going to start losing modules to natural decay. So come back next time to see if that is indeed exactly what happens. And we'll see you then.